Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we are going to be playing Cassia, one of the most busted auto attackers in the entire game, and that does not seem likely to change anytime soon. So, here we go. Team comps today are going to be Lily, Cassia, Mephisto, Falstad, Illidan versus Hanzo, Lucio, Raynor, Phoenix, and Ragnaros. We are on Garden of Terror today, and things should get a little bit, I don't want to say messy, but maybe covered in dirt. Anyway, it's a YouTube video, so feel free to like, comment, and subscribe your heart out. And as always, if you like the channel, you want to support it, feel free to share wherever you do that. Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, all the places, or none of the places. It's up to you. Cassia, though, is largely after her rework a powerhouse of a character. And then, oh my god, what the hell? Game. She fended towards Lucio, who was on the wall, and the pathing couldn't figure out where the wall was, and then she just... Anyway, sorry. If you're here for Cassia's build, it is pretty much always the same, I believe, these days. It's mostly Thunderstroke at 1. 4 is going to be Plate of the Whale. 7 will be Surge of Light. 10 is Dealer's Choice. 13, probably going to be... I want to say it's Gloves of Alacrity for... oh my god, I walked forward and died under the tower. Gloves of Alacrity is going to be doing more for you the better that you play this character, but War Matron also very, very, very strong in the right circumstances, so we may end up taking that. 16, we are going to take Static Electricity, and then 20 is going to be Rock Stopper. So, yeah. But Cassia's, first of all, her rework changed a lot about her for the better, and then the fixes that she got to her her kit was just kind of like poorly integrated into the game when she got reworked, so her avoidance wasn't doing a whole lot. Nowadays it works much better. You're gonna have the armor up a lot more, and things are just gonna be working better for you. So I guess that kind of means that we need to talk about all the most busted characteristics of Cassia. Number 1, her traits. While moving, Cassia gradually gains armor up to 30 over 3 seconds. After being stationary for 0.75 seconds, she is going to start losing the armor rapidly. And one thing to remember about this is that you retain the armor while you are fending. So even when you're using your fend, your E, even though you're stationary, you're going to keep your armor. So if you need to get places, fend can still be used as a movement ability. You can still do that, but if you need to just sit there and trade with someone with your E, just remember you can keep your armor going while your fend is going. If we're going just backwards down the ability list, fend is going to be a point and click ability that'll dash you towards an enemy, and you will stab them a whole bunch of times. It is probably the best way for Cassia to secure kills until she gets Surge of Light. And since that's at level 7, after level 7, it just becomes kind of a movement ability. It gets you where you want to go. You have to wait a little while to cancel it, but still, it's going to be there faster than movement speed would be. And then you can just blast people with the Surge of Light. My god, Ragnaros, all you had to do was just walk left, and you would have been fine. Our team, not super concerned, if I'm being honest. Looks like Illidan's going to be the one to take the objective channel. Going to get hit with the Sonic Arrow, unfortunately, and we're going to watch the enemy team just kill themselves for this very first objective. Good stuff. We're at 25 stacks on our queue right now, so I'm totally fine for them to just keep running at us until I have like a billion. I'm not going to argue. Now, your W is Blinding Light. After 0.5 seconds, we're going to deal a small amount of damage and blind enemies in the target area for 2 seconds. Cassia is going to deal 20% increased damage to blinded targets. So, anybody hit with our W is going to take additional damage, or if they're hit with Lily's E, her blinding talent, they're going to take 20% additional damage. If we had a Johanna on our team, they would also take additional damage when they get hit with her Blinding Light. Or Artanis's ult, can never remember what it's called. Orbital Bombardment? Or is that the 20 talent? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Is my team rotating down to help me with the camp? I've got 1, I've got 2. Let's stand up here, and then we're just going to make sure that the enemy team doesn't have even the slightest reason to stay. Fantastic. We're about 50% of a level up. We've got their camps. We're stealing things from them left and right. We've got the first objective, and the second objective looks like it's going to be pretty easy as well. I just want to trade right now into Phoenix and Hanzo for the stacks, as well as the Surge of Light charge, but we'll talk about that in a second. Our final ability is our Lightning Fury. It's the one button that gives us some dings in this build. Basically, you're just going to throw a Nova-shaped projectile. It travels... Ooh, nope, I got booped before I could blast. Bummer. So it's just as thin as Nova Snipe, and it travels a lot shorter. But when it hits something, it is going to split off into perpendicular directions from the point that it's hit. So if it hits a building or minions or whatever, it's going to split off and then pierce through whatever it hits. So it's going to go whoop, and then whoop. So those, yeah, so I don't need you here, man. Being that you are Illidan, you should be the one taking camps. I should be the one soaking the lane. If you want someone to take the camp, go do it yourself. I've got the minions. It's just that simple. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Q. You also have 2 charges of your Q, so that is how that works. And the more people that you hit with your Q, the more damage that you're going to get off the level 1 talent. It's just... I don't know if I would describe Cassia's kit as fun. I mean, it's not unfun. It's definitely good. I don't know. It's hard to tell with auto attackers sometimes. It's like, do I have fun because I'm winning, or do I have fun because the kit is fun? And sometimes those things don't go together. What, okay, good. It's like, you have the warp still, right? It turns out I was not good enough with the Valkyrie to catch him on his retreat, so that is unfortunate for us. At the same time, he's coming back in. What? I thought Raynor was going to be standing there for sure and get hit with the water dragon, but I guess not. We're just trading people up top for some reason. Not entirely sure why, but luckily between Lily and I, there's really nothing that the enemy team can do to stop or to take the objective, so eventually I'll run out of mana and maybe that'll be a problem, but I don't think so. Trying to go back and forth. Lucio has opted to save his Raynor instead of his Ragnaros, and now Ragnaros has to run. We are going to pick up another seed eventually, hopefully. There's the Planet Cracker. The enemy team is so dedicated to this. They do not want us to seed them. Are we going to die? Doesn't look like it. The big slow from the Mephisto giving us just the amount of damage that we need to kill Lucio. Looks like Raynor is down as well. Lily going in for the flank, and she is going to Water Dragon him out of existence. We lost Illidan, but at the same time, my name is Cassia. I have 30 armor permanently, and I don't die. Broken. It's just broken. Now, the ult that we picked up is the Valkyrie. I picked this because I want to be able to engage on the low mobility characters of the enemy team. I'm trying sometimes to catch Phoenix after his warp, because after he uses that, there's no mobility on the character, period. Raynor, 0 mobility. If we can catch Hanzo after his jump over a wall, no mobility. The only person on their character, or on their team, that's a little bit tough for us to deal with is Lucio. And if Lucio is around his team, then at that point they become difficult to catch if he's got movement speed on him. But at the same time, the enemy team's just kind of running towards us anyway, so it's not that big a deal. We did get the fort before he could fort it himself, and now he's coming out of there with no fort underneath him. So this is the time, this is the moment. He should be dead. We're going to catch him by his big toe, his big lava toe, and take him down. Now, your talents on Cassia, the reason that I think this is such a standard build is probably because it's the safest build that you can take with her while still getting the most out of your Getting the most out of your trait when the time comes to go in. So your level 1 talent is really just so that you can scale into the later stages of the game. You're increasing the damage. You're also passively increasing the damage every time that you get a stack. So our current bonus damage is up to 106 on top of the 274 plus the 25. So that's right around 300. We're doing about 410, 420 damage right now with a single Q, which is nuts. And that's not counting the extra damage that we're doing to blinded targets, so it's good. Now your 4 and your 7 talent, I believe, are mandatory. I think Inner Light might give you some trouble deciding because the button pushing heal is pretty good, and it does synergize really well with your Q. Trying to stay out of the dragon and still move, but he got away. I just think Plate of the Whale is probably your best option because it lets Cassia rotate a bit more, and while she's moving, she's going to get a lot of health regen. So even though Inner Light gives you a lot of, immediate kind of team fighty healing, Plate of the Whale is going to give you a lot of healing throughout the rest of the game. So considering that team fighting is probably about 25% compared to all the map stuff that you need to do 75%, you can see why it's good. 7 is mandatory. Surge of Light is still just so broken that there's no way not to take it. The amount of damage that this thing does is stupid in an AoE, and then you buff that with your passive damage. I mean, it's just nuts. Surge of Light, and then you can charge it up while your avoidance is up, so you can take damage from buildings, you can take damage from heroes, you can take damage from anything really to charge it up, and then when you need to make a kill happen, you just push that D button, and then it's stupid. It's really stupid that this is still this strong. So your 10 talent, again, I think is dealer's choice. Valkyrie I picked for the low mobility heroes on their team, but Ball Lightning is a perfectly good option when you are, you've got a big wombo, or you've got a lot of just kind of front to front team fighting happening. You just put a ball down, watch it bounce, and then make some decisions afterwards. 13, we did end up picking up War Matron just because the Protected was too good to pass up, honestly, and we can bait a lot of the enemy team this game to dump stuff on us when we're going forward. Cassia is protected through the entire channel of Fend, and then for 1 second afterwards if you pull the full Fend channel. So it's just so easy in Quick Match to get people to make bad decisions when you are protected and they don't understand the parameters of the protection. 16 is going to be Static Electricity. We're going to get 2 additional charges of Lightning Fury, which means we've got 4. And then our Fend is also going to launch Lightning Bolts that count towards the stacking of your level 1 quest. So you get Q stacks from your E and your Q, and now you have 4 Q stacks, or 4 Q charges. So you're basically never out. Excuse me? I have 4, right? Wait a minute. Gain 2 additional charges of Lightning Fury. But this is saying that I only have 2. What? I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cooldowns in the bottom left right now. I keep using them, so I can't really pay attention to how many I have. If I could just stop throwing Qs for half a second. I'm sorry, I'm so fucking thrown by this. So basically, if I'm not using my Q, I should... Okay, good. There we go. We're getting a 3rd one now. Yeah. Oh. Whew. Brain, just stop there for a second. My apologies. Anyway, having 4 charges means lots and lots and lots of stacks. And then you get stacks off of the E, which means just more passive damage. It's 146 right now. Meaning our Q just absolutely slaps people in the face with lightning repeatedly. And then your 20 talent is going to be Rock Stopper. Activate to fully charge avoidance and increase its armor value to 60. So basically, you hit this button, you get 60 armor, which is a Sonya Ignore Pain, and you can't be killed. You just cannot be fucking killed. Normally with your armor, you can't be killed anyway, but 4 seconds of 60 armor, no matter what you're doing, is fucking insane. And it's on a fucking auto attack carry. Like, tell me why we gave Cassia this. The ult upgrades, they're iffy. The lightning ball upgrade's really good because the cooldown can be reduced drastically. Oh, look, that one death on the gate up front there, that was my only one. Yeah, I'll take that. What was I saying? Oh, right. So the ult upgrades are kind of hit or miss. No, Valkyrie ult upgrade is kind of hit or miss. The lightning ball upgrade is amazing because you reduce the cooldown of lightning ball per bounce. But the Valkyrie upgrade, you hit people and then like people hit by the target getting pulled get rooted, I think. But like they can get caught on terrain and the ability will like stop them from traveling. I don't know. When you can take Rockstopper and keep yourself alive more often with that 60 armor and you can do more damage because you're alive, I mean, you want to take that. The other thing is Titan's Revenge, which is the one that ignores armor. And to be honest with you, I don't know how that talent works after her rework because I don't pick it. But I think she like has to have avoidance charged, and then she'll ignore armor or something. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. Just take Rockstopper, live forever, kill lots of people with your Surge of Light and your auto attacks and your Qs, and you'll be a happy camper. The build again: Thunderstroke at 1, Plate of the Whale at 4, 7 is Surge of Light, 10 is Valkyrie, War Matron at 13, Static Electricity at 16, 20 is Rockstopper. You could also take the Gloves of Alacrity at 13 for the increased range, which is going to be really helpful. My man, that is, you tried. You definitely tried. Ooh, he went Q build. I've been wondering about this. I played it in an ARAM, I think, and it was fun. But, yeah, once we get to the M's, I'm going to be doing this skull build for Mephisto, because it's definitely good now, I think. Anyway, that is it for Cassia. I will be back tomorrow with Chen. Chen is the next. See, we're going to play the other panda, and it's going to be marvelous, I promise you. But I will see you there. GG's. Peace out.